Hey guys, Marstingan here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we are going to take a look at the INT LR BOJACK on the 200% leader skill team of our boy Captain Ginyu. I'm very much looking forward to this one because INT LR BOJACK, I feel like most of the community is in agreement that he's aged relatively well, considering how old he is. Now, obviously, I'm not saying that like he's still up there with the top LRs at the moment, but considering how old he is and how some of the other LRs around the same sort of time have aged without getting their EZA yet, I would say he's actually still somewhat pretty decent. So when he gets his EZA, I feel like he's going to be a top choice for a lot of his teams. So obviously mine is Rainbow full level 10 links. This is the LR that I've pulled the most, I think, in the entire game, apart from maybe Super Saiyan 3 Goku, because if you've been around the channel for a couple of years, he was the first LR I ever rainbowed, and then literally the next LR I pulled off of the next LR banner was Super Saiyan 3 Goku. So I have his TUR rainbowed, which is just a base Goku and he sucks. But anyway, so LR BOJACK and his crew. Their 12 key super attack, colossal damage, greatly lowers defense, so not a great super attack effect. And then the 18 key is mega colossal and raises extreme class allies attack by 40% for one turn. So you have to, if he's in slot 1, getting his 18 key super is the equivalent of having a 40% support unit on the rotation. So obviously that's really good. It works out really well with STR BOJACK. I want to do a video for him specifically, so I thought I was going to make this one a little bit more interesting, and you'll see why in a moment. Wow, it's going to be in the thumbnail. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm saying. You'll see why in a minute. It's going to be in the title and the thumbnail, but I've brought the TUR in BOJACK as well. So his passive, attack and defense 80%. He gets an additional attack boost up to 70, the more HP remaining, the more attack. An additional defense boost up to 70, the less HP remaining, the greater the defense. So that is the better way of doing those kind of passives, because obviously if you're on low health and therefore in danger of dying, you want to have more defense. So pretty straightforward. Very basic passive. Obviously he's a very old unit. Very basic passive, no super attack effects outside of the support on the 18 key, but we're going to see how well he does. Now, we've started off with the worst possible rotation for him on this team, because he shares 0 links with the LR Ginyu Force or Captain Ginyu, apart from obviously Legendary Power, which he doesn't have activated yet. So we can't get a lot of key on this turn either, which is unfortunate. So we're going to go ahead and do this. And I guess we'll just see what he does on this first turn with no links active. Has 165k defense, which obviously is not great, but for the first turn of an event with literally 1 link active, it's probably not the worst thing in the world. So 2.69 on his 12 key super. Again, not great, but it's his 12 key super. We've got no links. And then in comes the free to play. They've got an EZA to be fair, but in comes the free to play EZA LR in slot 2, doing like 6.5 million on their 18 key. And then AGL Ginyu potentially just finishes off Goku here, depending on whether he gets an additional or a crit or whatever. Oh, it doesn't even need to. There you go. So ideally it would be nice if we could one-turn this Goku, because then we don't have to worry about the next rotation. Like I would like to see BOJACK, like both the BOJACKs doing their thing on the next turn. Whereas obviously if Goku's almost dead, he's probably just going to die after the first attack. But we'll see how this plays out here. So yeah, I've managed to pull, like I say, I've pulled the BOJACK so many times. It was while summoning for the Tech LR Goku and Gohan, obviously the most recent LR to come out on both versions, right? So in summoning to pull him, I pulled 2 copies of INT BOJACK, which was enough to rainbow the TUR and now have 1 spare of the SSR. So that definitely puts him to the most LRs I've pulled, I think. Because like I said, I only have the TUR of Super Saiyan 3 Goku Rainbow, but I don't have any more copies since then. So now we have the TUR. Now obviously back in the day, it was always good to run the TURs of an LR if you pulled extra copies. But as we've now moved into an era where there are so many better units available, you know, BOJACK didn't have like a Dokkan Fest BOJACK like he does now. And of course, with LRs getting easy A's, it makes the difference in power between their TUR and them even greater. But, as you can see on this rotation, we have every link active except Legendary Power. So if we put him in the middle, we would literally have every single link active. But, what's your defense? TUR Bojack's defense still 170k. So TUR Bojack, supreme damage and greatly lowers defense. And then his passive is attack and defense 60%. And then he has the same sort of mechanic with attack boost with the more HP and defense boost with the less HP. And that goes up to 50% for both. So, I mean, he's not terrible. I guess we could put him in slot 1 just to see the rotation here with Bojack with all of his links active. And then, of course, remember that the Ginyu Force are giving 30% extra attack and defense as well. So we can get the full 24 key super. His defense on this turn is 273k. So, I mean, realistically, I guess that still isn't really good enough, is it, for, like, the more difficult content. Bojack, getting super attacked in slot 1 is not ideal, because then, yeah, our defense gets lowered. So all of the normal attacks do more damage. So 2 million attack stat for TUR Bojack. So pretty obvious right from the jump that TUR Bojack is not very good. 6.8 million, though, for the LR. Pretty decent. And obviously now on the next turn, if we don't heal, which I don't see the point, right? Because the next rotation is the Ginyu Force, so we're basically invincible. On the next turn, we're going to have a lot higher defense because we're now at much lower HP. What are we actually on? Yeah, we're below 50%. So the LR Bojack and the TUR, to be fair, are going to be getting a pretty decent HP buff. So, oh, sorry, defense buff, I should say. So I don't want to heal too much. If I do this, I should then be able to get these for Ginyu. Okay, well, he's not going to get the super. It doesn't matter, actually, because the Ginyu in slot 2 should finish him off. So it'll be interesting to see what our start of turn defense is. I've talked about start of turn stats based on your HP before. It was one of the takes that I put in that tweet, big old tweet of Dokkan takes. It's annoying. Unless they are the ones that kind of work in your benefit, right? Because going into this next turn, because we're on lower HP, the two Bojacks are going to have a lower attack power, but they're going to have higher defense, and then we can just heal at the start of the turn. So, yeah, see, now the LR has 350k defense. This is a full INT rotation, though, so I think what I'm going to do, I think I'll just pop a Whis here, actually. So, let's go ahead and give you these. And then, what's the TUR? The TUR's only 120, but that's because he got hit with the super last turn, so his defense lowered. So let's go ahead and do this. So Bojack, LR Bojack in slot. Well, of course, we get super attack straight away again. It's the only annoying thing about the defense lowering in these stages is the fact that it affects our defense next turn. But 5.5 million is his attack stat with Garlic Jr., which is a 40% support unit on the rotation. But remember now, his 18 key in slot 1 gives a 40% attack buff. The TUR still only hitting 2 million. But of course, remember the first turn we saw the TUR, we were on full health, so he was getting that full attack buff from his passive. So I thought it would be fun to do for the video, but it's very obvious, even after like, what, 2 rotations, that the TUR Bojack is just not good enough to run anymore, really. So I just thought it'd be kind of funny to do for this video, because like I said, I'm going to do a separate video, do a 200% leader skill video for the STR Dokkan Fest Bojack, and then I'll just bring the LR Bojack to be his partner, so you'll kind of get to see him again in like another, a following 200% showcase. He's going to have 1 or 2 less links active, because obviously the Dokkan Fest Bojack is a fierce battle unit, whereas at least the TUR for the INT LR does have Shattering the Limit, which is nice for that little bit of extra key and a little bit of extra stats at full level 10 links. The TUR, by the way, has 2 links at level 9. I didn't realise I hadn't finished him, so I only put him on my link leveling team like a day or so ago. I think he only had like 1 of his links at 10. So you can see here he has Heraclan and Galactic Warriors at 9. He's missing out on like 1 or 2% like attack from both of those not being at 10, so it's not the biggest issue in the whole world, I don't think. But Ooh, bad rotation for key here. Means we can't get a super for... I guess we could do this. Let's go ahead and do this, because I think it's pretty evident at this point that with the TUR Bojack... Oh, that didn't come down the way I thought it was. At least we can get that. With the TUR Bojack, if we get hit with the Ozaru super attack in slot 1, it's not going to be a good time for us. So, well, there you go. This probably still does a lot of damage. Yeah, 300k with a Princess Snake active. Jesus. That is a lot more damage than I would have expected. So 4.4 from the INT LR Bojack. Remember, we're getting no support on this rotation and no extra links even from the AGL Captain Ginyu. So I think it's pretty safe to say that the INT LR Bojack, obviously he needs his EZA to be meta relevant, but he's definitely not terrible. There's a lot of older units from that time that I would argue are worse. I would have to sit and go through and look at exactly which ones there are that released around the same time. But some of the ones that have a similar like meta, like leader skill that he does, definitely need some love and attention. But I think he definitely will be good in the future. Once we get that EZA for him, like him and the STR Bojack. STR Bojack can still hold his own in difficult content a little bit. Mainly because he raises defense on super when he's untransformed. So that rotation can still work like reasonably well. Especially because remember the STR Bojack before he transforms is actually supporting the LR as well. Because he has that same sort of build as Cooler where he's a support unit before you transform into then the damage dealer. So INT Bojack potentially could look even better on that setup. I just thought it'd be kind of fun for the video to do the TUR on this team and see how good he looks under the 200% leader skill. But safe to say the verdict is that he does not look good even on the 200% leader skill. The LR, on the other hand, not bad, but yeah, the TUR definitely is mid, to say the least. So we got 300k defense. Do we live a super in turn 1 with 300k defense? I feel like we do, but I'm not too sure. Well, let's see what happens. If he supers in slot 1 and we die, I guess the video ends. We got 400k HP. Now we're good. So double-digit damage and then 5.6 million with the little bit of support from the LR Ginyu Force. Again, not terrible. I mean, reasonable defense, decent attack stat for how old the unit is. Very, very good. Funny thing is, I remember back in the day saying about the fact that he's like my most pulled LR now. Back in the day, he when his banner came out, these were the dark days before guaranteed SSR multis were a thing. And I remember I streamed summons. So some of you guys, again, if you've been around the channel for a few years, you might have even seen that particular stream. I did 750 stones, because back then I wasn't a massive whale either. So, well, I'm not a massive whale now, but 750 stones. So that's what, 15 multis? And in those 15 multis, I pulled 8 SSRs. And funnily enough, none of them were LRs. So, yeah, that was absolutely horrendous. Back in the day before GSSR, I literally only got an SSR in just under half of the multis that I did on stream. It was absolutely brutal, but yeah, let me know what you guys think down below of the INT Bojack. If you have any ideas on what you would like to see for his EZA, let me know in the comment section. He does feel like a bit of a blank slate kind of unit because he has no super attack effects outside of that allies attack buff on his 18 key. So obviously giving him any kind of raised defense or even raised attack for himself on like the 12 key would be obviously very good. And then his passive, realistically all he's getting is that start of turn attack and defense and then the extra buff for attack and defense depending on how high or low your HP is respectively. So obviously they could increase the numbers there so that at their max they're giving you more of a bonus. And then who knows, they could throw a bunch of other stuff in there. Like if they give him a good super attack effect on his 12 key, just give him some sort of like chance to do additionals, or who knows. They've got a very, like I say, pretty much blank slate to work with for his EZA. So be interested to hear what you guys think that they should do. Because yeah, I mean, I think he's a cool unit. The art is still cool. The super attack animation obviously is outdated for nowadays, but it's definitely not the worst one, for sure. 286k defense at the start of this turn with the Garlic Jr. So we'll end it off here. It's very possible that if the LR or especially the TUR eats a super here, we could die. But let me know what you guys think of the INT LR Bojack down below in the comment section. Still taking double digits from normals, so not terrible. But yeah, there you go. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.